What's going on YouTube? So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to change your oil in your 2006 Subaru WRX. Now it is really hot out here, so I'm sorry if I'm sweating pretty bad. It's like 95 degrees, so just ignore that, but I'm going to show you what kind of tools you need to do the oil change on here. So for starters, we have a 17mm ratchet, an oil filter wrench. It just helps to get the oil filter off. You don't need one, you can take it off with your hand. I got a towel because the concrete's really hot. I decided to go with Mobil 1 high mileage full synthetic today, as this car does have 180,000 miles on it. I've been told Mobil 1's a good oil to run in these cars. I'm giving it a try. I used to run Pennzoil full synthetic, but now I'm giving this a shot. I'm sticking with the Wix oil filter. It's the filter I recommend if you don't get the Subaru filter. The part number is 57712. And then something to put your oil in. Here we just have an oil jug. Next, you'll need some way to raise the car up. As you can see, I have a floor jack and a jack stand. Came in this little kit. Always make sure, always make sure you have jack stands supporting the car, so if that fails, it will catch the car so you do not get crushed under the car. It's very, very important. We'll run to the other side real quick so I can show you that I have another jack stand over here supporting the car. Now let's get to under the hood. You'll want to come under your hood, and this just makes draining the oil out a lot easier, in my opinion, and gets all of it out more efficiently than if you don't do this. Make sure you remove the oil filter cap. Mine was already previously removed. I just put it back there for now, set it somewhere, and always pull the dipstick. This way, not only will you know that, hey, the cap's over there and the dipstick's pulled, there's no oil in the car, it'll also help it drain a little quicker. Now as we climb under the car, you'll notice right here is this drain plug. That's a 17mm. And then over here is the oil filter. There seems to be some residue on my filter and I don't know where that came from. So I'm going to be spraying this area down with some brake clean. That is completely optional. If you get oil on your stuff and you do not want it to drip, brake clean will clean it right up. So let's get on to removing the drain plug. So you'll want to make sure you have your oil drain down here to catch all the oil. You'll spill it everywhere on the concrete or wherever you're doing it at, and you don't want that because who wants to clean up? That's no fun. So we're going to take our 17mm and loosen the drain plug. And there we go, the oil is draining. Now we can go ahead and put the oil plug back in. I'm going to be using a microfiber rag to put it back in, as I just got done driving this car before I did this oil change, so this is really hot. Now what you'll want to do is tighten down the drain plug. She's all nice and tight, so now we're going to remove the oil filter. So now you got your oil filter wrench, and you can go ahead and start taking this out. Like I said, you don't need it. It just makes it a heck of a lot easier to undo. Slowly undo it. Let some of the oil that's going to already start pouring out pour out into the catch can. Now I'm going to unscrew it all the way. Again, I just got done driving this car, so I'm going to be using the microfiber rag. And there it is. Next, you want to grab your oil filter, and it's very important that you see this rubber ring around the top of the filter. You always want to lube that up somehow. Either use, like I'll take oil from the oil pan and rub it around the rim, or you can take Vaseline I've seen people use. You can use the new oil if you want. You're not priming the filter, you're just lubricating the filter so that it goes in and doesn't break this seal, or else you will be having some problems in the future. So lube it up nice and good, and then we can stick it on in there. And here's another important step. Never tighten down the oil filter with a tool. Always make sure that it's hand tight only. If you'd like, once you get it in there, to make sure it's like nice and secure, you can take a rag to help you get a better grip on it and just turn it till it won't turn no more, like that. And now you're ready for oil. Okay, lastly, all you need to do is put your oil in, I have a funnel here to help it out to make it easier. You don't need one, it just stops from you spilling oil everywhere if you're not too good with, you know, pouring it in, which I just don't take any chances. So go ahead, put your funnel in, crack open the oil. Now you want to pour in 4.3 quarts into your car. Now this is a 5-quart jug, and normally they have a little clear spot which they do right here to tell you how much is in there. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm guessing that'd be 5. So we want to do 4.3, so we're going to do under, a little under, just this line right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we're just under the line now. Go ahead and put your cap back on. You should have a little bit of oil left in here because you're not putting 5 quarts, you're putting 4.3. Go ahead and shake your funnel out. Tighten your engine oil cap down. Put the dipstick back in. Now here's another important part. Now what you want to go ahead and do is start the car, let it run for about 30 seconds, then check the oil dipstick to make sure we have the right amount of oil in there. Lastly, we check the dipstick. You want to pull it out, wipe it off, and then put it back in. And then pull it back out. And we're all good to go. And that's how you change your oil on a 2006 Subaru WRX. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, remember to subscribe for more content.